I'm here with Cameron Beatty. He is a part of MEZ and is a coach for 1188. Cameron, thank you for joining us here today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
First of all, what is MEZ?
Yeah, so the MEZ, it stands for Michigan Engineering Zone, and it's part of the University of Michigan, but it's essentially a community center in Detroit where we host a number of STEM-related programs, in large part focusing on FIRST robotics. We have about 20 to 25 teams there that build out of our space. So we've got, a shared machine shop, working space. We've got a practice field. We've got, mentor support. Pretty much everything a team needs to operate all in one building.
So obviously you are still a coach for 1188, which is pretty much a part-time job in itself. And then you're also full-time with MEZ. How do you juggle all of that? Yeah,
so that's a little tricky, to be honest. I love FIRST, I love FRC, so I don't mind spending a ton of time doing it. But this has been my first season working at the MEZ. I volunteered there the last couple of years, so I'd already kind of gotten used to, okay, this day I'm here, next day I'm there, or sometimes I'm in both places on a given day, depending on what's going on. So it is a lot, but it's worth it, and it's cool too because the teams can start helping each other. Like in 2022, the first year I was at the MEZ, my team needed a new Rev Power Hub. That was the first year those were out, and one of the MEZ teams had an extra one, so they helped us out. And we help out a lot of teams there too with parts or whatever they need. So being part of a larger network is always beneficial.
So the students have definitely hyped you up. They are a big fan. I don't know if you know that, but if you want to talk about how important the relationship is between a coach and students and the team.
Yeah, no, it's all about the students. We have a lot of great students at the MEZ, a number of which are here today, even though we only have a couple of MEZ teams here. The students are why the MEZ even started, right? So originally there were, I think back in 2009, 2010 roughly, there were a number of teams in Detroit, and there were a number of mentors, I believe, working for Ford. Ford's our biggest sponsor, and they were trying to help all these different teams, and it's a struggle going from school to school, right? So they're like, okay, what if we get them all in one place? And so that's kind of how the MEZ came about, got them in one place. And then the students can kind of all come there together. We're working on getting more and more mentors every year, and then we get the students there. And if you're a mentor and, you have, many teams have the same issues, right? It's like we're all trying to get the same code running. We're all trying to build the same kit of parts chassis. Over time it's expanded and teams are doing more unique stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that's always the same from team to team, right? And so if you're a mentor and you're trying to help a student out and two teams have the same problem, it's just much easier to have them in one location. So getting them there together helps us do that, and it helps us build a relationship with the students because it just gives you that much more face time, right? You can bounce from one team. I can work with one team for 10 minutes. I can work with another team for the next 10 minutes. Sometimes you spend all day with the team, but either way, it just makes it very easy.
What inspired you to take the job with MEZ?
Yeah. So that was really tough for me. Because before I worked for the MEZ, I actually had my own business. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing that, and I kind of miss it, not gonna lie. But so the person who had my job previously had been with the MEZ for a long time, and he decided to retire. And so the job opened up, right? And I was just thinking about what do I like doing? For me, I'm very passionate about FIRST. I enjoy being at the MEZ. I enjoy spending time doing FRC, and the experience that I had, for running my own business and doing and coaching a team, and already having been volunteering there, it just seemed like, I thought I would do a good job, right? And I thought that that would be good for the program. It just seemed like a good fit, so I decided to apply, and I guess they agreed, right? Because now I'm here.
So what are some of your long-term goals that you want to see for MEZ in the community?
Yeah. It's all about engagement, to your point about students, right? A lot of times, we have a lot of teams there, and every team has their own unique situation. Some of them are very competitive. Some of them don't care as much about the competition, and it's for them it's more about let's build the robot. Everyone has their own viewpoint, just like it is with teams outside of the MEZ, right? And so first and foremost, my goal is to make sure that every team can meet their goals. And that means a lot of different things. For the teams that are competitive, that means let's build up the program. So, for example, right now we're working on increasing our kind of improving our practice field, right? Make it a little bit bigger, get some, more realistic field elements, field setup, stuff like that, so that the teams that want to compete have more opportunity to do that. At the same time, for teams that just want to make sure that they can, finish their robot on time, get inspected, stuff like that. Like this year, one of our huge points of emphasis was let's make sure everyone's got bumpers that are legal, especially with the new bumper rules. So we spent a lot of time focusing on that. And so, as the years go by, it'll be like, okay, what are we going to improve this year? What are we going to do to make sure that the teams can fulfill their goals? And what are we going to do to make sure that each team can become their own sustainable team with their own identity, achieving their goals?
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Cameron. I really appreciate it. Good luck to your team today as
thank
well.
you.
Dan and Dan.